Hello there, everyone, and welcome to another episode of GamePoints Presents In Other Waters. This is an low-tech underwater exploration game on an alien planet. Apparently, you play an artificial intelligence, and your job is to guide a xenobiologist out of the danger she happens to find herself in. For the most part, what you're seeing here, yellow circles, lines that show elevation, that's kind of what we're going to be dealing with here. Because after all, we are just an AI. We don't have eyes. We have to rely on data. Now, I'm going into this relatively blind. I know, like, the premise to it. I did install it to make sure it runs, all that good stuff. But for the most part, I don't know what's about to happen or come up, or even at the end of the day, what kind of game this exactly is, other than the premise, which I thought sounded pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get a few disclosures out the gate. One, this game is not out yet. It launches on Friday. I was given this copy for free by PR to play it. So anything that I have to say, keep in mind I did not play this game. Additionally, as I alluded to earlier, I'm going to this more or less completely blind. So what you're going to see here is going to be my first reaction to the game as well. We're going to look at this one together, as it were, and see how it unfolds. As such, don't expect any kind of high-level play, if such a thing is even in this game. Expect me to make mistakes. Expect me not to do the most optimal thing. We should be going just fine from there. And of course, if you like what you see, you know what streamers and YouTubers want. Bits, follows, subscribes, all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and get on with things, shall we? Also, allergies are killing me right now. So you're going to see me drinking a lot more than I normally do. You're going to potentially hear me hacking things up. I apologize. I don't edit this stuff later because I'm streaming it over at twitch.tv/GamePoints. So it's not like I can break and then come back. See what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and go on. In Other Waters. Here we go. As you can see, like I said, I did play it, but only literally for 2 minutes just to see if the game was going to work. Let's, can I delete that, actually? New game, yeah. Definitely like the music. What is it, one-man design team? Okay, two-man. Maybe three. We'll find out. Okay, three. Possibly four. Definitely grouping on the vibe this is given so far. Recovering last known log. Log recovered data 2189. User and sensorium disabled. AN. There isn't any time left. This is going to be more restrictive than you're used to, but you're resourceful, I know you. I'm sorry, Oki, but I can't let them find you. I can't let everything we achieved... Hell? I can't lose everything we achieved here. There we go. Something is something. Disconnected. Continue with the boot. Let's do it. I'm going to become Canadian here. Hello? Someone there? What do we have here? Okay, we have like a little timer. This is Dr. Ellery Voss. I urgently need all systems of this suit activating. I've been locked out. I'm 20 meters below the surface here. I say again, this is Dr. Ellery Voss. Can any operator personas on the suit please respond? No. Is that a no? Operator activate all systems. Pilot authorization granted. Let's look at utility. Utilities available. Let's see. Sampling, sample storage, terminal retrieval seem to be installed. Let's do power. Power plant is activating. Plenty of juice. Oxygen panel is up and the rebreather is functioning. I'm off reserve oxygen now. Seeing the heading panel coming online. Excellent. Okay, good. Dive panel's active. Currently reading 20 meters. Scan and topography readouts coming in through. Looking good. You don't seem to know what you're doing. You're not an operator, are you? No. Then what are you? Why you installed my suit? Help me out here. I knew there was something strange about this suit when I got inside. It looks decades old. Look, we don't have time for this, so whatever program or system you are, I need you to work with me. You seem to respond to voice commands, so that's a start. We need to head north. I'll explain once we get going, but right now I'm locked out of half the systems of the suit. Someone, somehow, has rewritten the permissions only to respond to internal messaging. That means you. So I'm going to need you to take control. Let's get moving. Take me north into the reef. Please. Well, thank you. Because if you're putting your life in my hands, I insist you be polite. What's this do? Okay. Southern Gully, observations. Steep Yeah, we should be fine. Steep rock walls rise up toward the surface on either side. The floor is layered with pale sand. Okay. It's like a beacon pulse. Alright, that's what that does. That turns that off. SCN. I don't know if you can see it, but it's labeled that right here. It's probably scan. It's gotta be zoom in and zoom out, right? Yeah. Okay. Not much of a zoom in, zoom out. Oxygen looks good. That looks good. Hey there, Soul Glove. How you doing today? So we probably want to go to the Southern Gully. Vector clear. Okay, I'll deal with that in a second. Okay, I have no idea what that is. I can't do anything with this. It does say biosample scan here, so could be something with picking things up. Category B, biohazard sample store. Okay, storage. Map data. Okay, okay. I want to go that way. Good, excellent. Glad to hear that. I do not... Okay, so I can only go in the direction it wants me to. I see. So I'm only going to be able to... I gotta mark it. Narrow pass feature. Boulder fills passage blocking out the warm light of the Gillies 667 CC's 3 stars. So this plan has 3 stars. Okay, that's good to know. So this will only let me navigate to specifically landmarks that I see. Okay. Looks like we have room for 2 more things I can go up here too. Well, let's continue going forward. Gully opening. Here's a passage that opens out back into the dappled light of the reef's shallows. Okay. Looks like power is... Did that start off full and it's now decreasing? Okay, we're moving. Soft currents. The softly flowing water is filled with glittering particles of organic matter. Signs of rich, thriving life all around. Okay. Evie. Ellery Voss. Okay, yeah, these are the observations of the person currently riding around inside me. Inside me? Alright, let's, go there. Uh-oh, we got a bunch of little shit everywhere. Look in the water. Are there spores? And there's stalks to the west. They look like huge fungi. This is unbelievable. Actual alien life. How could Mine have kept this place a secret? I saw the notes at the base when I landed, and some telltale signs on approach, but here it is. The first extraterrestrial life humanity's ever discovered. I can't believe it. Now we definitely have some shit. What do we got here? Bed of stalks. Fungal creatures make up a series of stalks and plates attached to the rock. Color ranges from dark amber to acid yellow. These stalks are beautiful. I wonder how they feed, how they grow, how they communicate. This place, this planet needs to be studied. Keep scanning creatures and I'll keep notes. Strange stalks. Beds of these creatures coat the pale rocks. Are these plants or animals? They're unlike any earth coral or sponge. Once you've got enough data, I can name and log each... I missed what that said. Shit. Okay. Pay attention here first before this. This will go away. This is the timer. Southern Nursery. Protected from the ridges from the strong northern currents, this could be a safe haven for younger, softer species. This creature's external membrane appears to be made of layers of chitin, unlike Earth's arthropods or fungi. We have like a little data collect. Let's whack the webcam real quick. You're going to hear the sound go off for 1 second. Yeah, a little data gathered collection here. Let's move the webcam around so you guys can see everything. There we go. Let's put me over there. This seems to be a nice empty spot. Let's actively go this way. I know it wants me to go north. I'm going to go this way. Hey, look at them go. What are those creatures? They were hidden among the stalks. Quickly, to get a scan. Quickly try to get a scan. Okay. Oh, shit. There they are. Striped luminous colors, these flexible flapping... They're such lively creatures, and so colorful, too. I'll start logging my observations. These flexible, flapping creatures move rapidly through the water with little effort, so they strike me as, like, rays of some kind. I'm seeing a complex pattern of contradicting and expanding slits of stalks' membranes. Mouths or sensing organs? The stalks are furred with spores which appear to have drifted down from the northern part of the reef. These creatures appear to maneuver with a series of siphon jets concealed beneath their folded mantles. They're incredibly fast. These colonies are producing a shifting hum, perhaps some form of communication between individuals. Okay. We'll keep on going. I know we're supposed to go north, but fuck that. Stalks are covered in spores of all sizes. Perhaps we can sample one of the larger ones. I'm in position. You have to take the sample. Open up the sampling utility. There we go. Fungal, seed, something. There we go. Got it. We got one. Biological samples are vital tools for analyzing and understanding creatures. The chute should allow you to deploy any sample back into the ocean. I missed what the first half of that said. But you test it out. Hold and drag it over the central compass. Okay, I will in a second. It's working as it should. So I can kind of throw the shit out. Look, those creatures coming for the spores. Why are these ones in particular, I wonder? Perhaps different spores carry different compounds, each with a specific purpose. What do you think? Could the spores be a way of communicating between different colonies? Sure. Isn't that strange? Fungi and earth form networks of exchange. Maybe these stocks do the same. Anyway, sorry. Not sure why I... Let's keep moving. Seeing the spores entering and exiting with slits on the surface of the stalk. Something was being exchanged. The colonies seemed to be broken up into individual patches and then larger groups over a wide area. Huge rocks sits among layers of lichen. Could have been thrown there during volcanically active period in the plant's history. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe not. Now, I don't want to keep going this way if this is the way the game actually wants me to go. I want to go back that way for sure. New species logged. Fungal creatures which communicate through sounds and spores of interlocking ecosystems across the region. I'm uploading my initial notes. Let's call these reef stalks. We can classify the species in the lab. What is it that dictates the reef's growth patterns? Sunlight? Flow of water? Whatever it is, must be absent here. Yeah, I want to go this way for sure. Among these spore-clawed stalks are piles of small stone. Could be a creature have gathered them here or just the currents. Spores from the main part of the reef are brought into the southern nurseries here by a steady current. Let's go this way. Why does this look like it does? Oh, sample candidate, vector clear. Possible samples can be got here. That's why. Well, let's get that sample. Another stock spore. Okay, well, let's spit its ass out, right? There. No, I did not actually go to here, so we will go that way. Let's see what pops up. If anything. If anything. It could be nothing. Nope, okay. I am running out of power. Power is a concern. There is an actual power meter here. I'm pretty sure that has gone down. Hey, can I ask you something? Yeah, sure. I've worked with AI programs before, but you aren't like them. They are predictable, programmatic, dull. Their intelligence allows them to log and process data, and that's all. But you're different. I feel like you are alive. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, no, I totally get it. Then you are different. I'm glad I'm not just imagining it. But what are you? And what are you doing in the suit? Playing the game? That might blow her mind, though. Northern current. The current running into the reef slows here, but further north, the water whips down the rift with incredible speed. Alright. Wide and long, sheer rock on either side of this deep rift channels unpredictable currents. This arch is covered in hardened stalks, perhaps a slow current passing through the barrier spores the cellar here. So let's talk about this. Let's go this way, see what happens. I don't even know if I can die in this. I don't think you can. I think this is going to be 100% exploration, just kind of having the plot to tell to you. Reflective spores, this water run fast and hard. The suit can't push any further north here without better propulsion. Aha! Vector blocked. Let's get a couple of those little creature things and strap into the suit. Large stock. Static creatures made up of one huge flexible stock. These huge stalks are incredible. Each one is a vertical ecosystem. They are leaking spores into the water as fruiting bodies attach to the skin bloom. Unclear if the swaying is due to current or produced by the stalk's own body. Many of these stalks are leaking particles that are water into the water as they sway. Are they spores or something else? These larger stalks are all around the basin. They almost resemble branching trees bending in the storm. Uh-oh. They extended as we passed through the arch, so we're trapped. Perhaps the sound we made when we moved through. We should be careful not to get trapped here. The suit's power capacity is limited. No, I agree. The chitin of the stalk's membrane is very hard, but its flexibility is given the surface and overlapping plates. So it's like I'd imagine, like, I'm trying to think of bamboo or something like that that kind of grows like that. If I had to venture a guess. Bamboo doesn't quite grow like that, but I think you guys know what I mean. There's a lot of activity among the rocks ahead. Creatures are grazing on and living among the stalks, forming a complex ecosystem. What the hell's that? Mobile creature with a large translucent shell for swimming. These creatures have such beautiful translucent cells. I'm starting to log data when we find them. It uses in rapid rowing motion for swimming. Okay. I had to stop reading that halfway through because this down here will go away if I don't. Look over to the southwest. That stalk is totally calcified. Looks like a good sample candidate. The plates of the stalk's surface passing over one another, thus producing a distinctive hum that can be heard. The growth gets heavier as we travel north into the stalk forest. Something about giving it that name makes me feel safer, more familiar. These creatures must be related to the other stalks on the reef, but seem to have a separate purpose to the lower beds. It's safe to assume the singing of these stalks relates to communication between the colonies and elsewhere on the reef. Each stalk is totally still. Its plates harden into a rocky shell. Can it be retrieved, or is this what death here looks like? Let's get them. We can't go that way. The stock looks dead. Open up the sampling panel and we can extract some of the outer membrane. There's lots of dead material here, so we should be able to take multiple samples. Okay, so the chitin appears to be hardened with calcium carbonate. That could be useful if we need to boost our power. Calcium carbonate, isn't it like baking soda or something like that? Like it would react in water to create some kind of a gaseous release. Sorry, I should be paying attention. The suit displays how much oxygen or power each sample can produce. No point in wasting important samples. With these, we can keep one sample so we can analyze it back on base and use the other for power boost. There we go. Let's just full up. Hey there, Tim. How you doing? Oh, shit. I used it. I thought they'd keep going. I thought they'd keep having them. I'm sorry to hear that, my man. Large stalks which started producing distinctive hum, part of a network of stalks which is found across the reef. I've named these sing stalks for the strange hum they produce. I wonder what their precise function is. The space between the rocks here is thick. The space between the rocks here is thick with stalks. The elaborate patterns traced across the reef are beautiful. Yeah, that might be a little too much food, my man. Should probably take it just a touch easy. Shit, I missed it, whatever it was. There it is. Agile creatures. Feeding around the reef, these creatures chase stalk spores with great enthusiasm. Is this their source of primary food? These rocks are clear of stalks and other growths. Is their absence a territorial marker or just a side effect of the conditions of these waters? Yeah, it just sounds like you overate. You'll be fine in a bit. God damn it, they keep sealing me off. I don't like that. Large cavern drops down to the reef here. Its entrance is shallowed by surrounding rocks. So, for those who might miss the intro, this is a game called In Other Waters. And you are playing as an AI that controls the suit that this xenobiologist is in. She has no control of the suit. And she's kind of guiding you where to go. Since you're an artificial intelligence, you only have, like, this infographic view of the world. Excuse me. Water is still yawning at the entrance of the cavern. There are no signs of stalks or the reef life around the entrance. Just kind of beeped. Let's go deeper. Patchy sunlight coming through the broken cavern roof is enough to allow the stalks to grow here, if that is what they require. You gotta watch out for that. You can't stuff yourself. Can't stuff yourself, Tim. It'll lead to bad things. My head's blocking that too. Okay, we'll find a good place to put my head. Let's put me back over here for right now. Soft sunlight spills down to a long, thick stalk stretching toward the light. A coating of large, glassy bubbles slithers on its skin. Tall, bubble-coated stalk which sticks among the reef stalk colonies, covered in wide, irisine pores. These tall stalks seem to watch over the small colonies. I'll start logging notes. Stalks mesh across the cavern here, hardened into a near solid wall of tubes and plates. Some kind of sample there. I mean, it's possible, but I doubt it. A spherical gas-filled membrane produced by the stalks. These gaseous bubbles are intriguing. Interior gas is at elevated pressure. If this membrane is ruptured, the sac would screech as it depressurized. Is this part of the stock communication system? Wait, I have an idea. Try deploying one in the block tunnel over there. I want to see how the stocks react. Just drag one over. They retracted. This is some kind of, sorry. I should have been reading. So I was reading silently. That was my fault. We can use these to get ahead through the heavy growth ahead. Let's get moving. Blind corner. The cavern curves away in both directions. It's hard to see its way ahead up here. I think you just ate too much, man. Excuse me, again. So I guess you're wondering where we're heading. There's a way station just north of here, on the finger of this reef, and I want to find it. My shuttle touched down hours ago as a floating research base to the south. That's where I found the suit. I'm here looking for Dr. Mine Nomura, chasing a message all the way from Earth. I must sound mad coming out here to a planet in the tail of the Scorpius just to follow a message. Wait, do you know where we are, don't you? No. But how? 1 Gillies 667 CC, a supposedly unmarkable world if it wasn't for all this life. Somehow the exoplanet extraction core must have passed it by. But how did Mine know to come here? Is that why she contacted me to verify her discovery? But then where is she? Look, let's find the way station, then I can start piecing together what's going on. Cavern narrow here and eddies of water twirl in the silt. God damn it. Cavern entrance. Current can be felt drifting through the cavern, bringing with it warm clouds of silt. Going up. Stalks of this kind seem to produce different bubbles depending on the nearby stalks. They're protectors of the colonies. Can't help but feel some unforeseen process is shaping the growth patterns of this reef. What invisible borders am I crossing? Thin stalk sits among the bed of other growths, extruding bright bubbles to its pores. go here first. Scattered boulders and steep rifts of the southern reef suggest a violent geological past. Okay. Let's get this sample here. Let's get all these samples here. Sorry, drifted off there for a second. Unlike other specimens, this large stock sits alone away from the lower beds. It's hard to tell if this is the beginning or the colony or its end. Stocks are more spaced between rock outcrops. This might be the easiest path north, if I can clear the way. That's good to know, Soul Glove. Glad to hear that there's more than just a 6-hour game to Resident Evil. I want to try that multiplayer mode, too. Once the servers actually work. They're kind of having a hard time right now. Relative calm in this basin means water is clogged with spores released by the larger stalks. Stalks so thick here, sea of amber waving fingers that must be cleared before we can pass. These creatures glide amongst reef stalks of great care and precision they appear to be grazing on. So we can probably throw this like right here. Yes! Delicate set of feeding appendages beneath the creature's shell seems to scrape the outer rim area away from the stalks. I mean, to be fair though, that's how I play it. I always go standard. And once I'm done, I rarely will go back. I feel like I can just throw you up there, but I don't know if that's a good idea, because I only got one left. Now, I know I'm supposed to go north, but I'm curious to know what this way is, to see if I can't unlock anything else, as it were. Now, that's clear. I don't know why they're not letting me go back that way. Oh, shit, that grew back. Well, I'm screwed now. Occasionally, the creature scrapes stalks too aggressively and they retract, letting out a defensive signal to nearby colonies. Some creatures target these stalks directly, perhaps to keep them away from the other softer stalks nearby. Navigating these dense growths is like finding your way in a labyrinth, moving from clearing to clearing, with little sense of what's ahead. Bubbles like huge pearls glint among the stalks. How do these stalks produce strange screeching sacs? Growth patterns of stalks just complex territorial network. Are we underestimating the complexity of these life forms? Sampling available. Okay. Get everything I can. Anything else here? No. Tall, bubbling stalks protect and monitor stock colonies. Keep our stock rank across the reefs. I'm going to call these signal stocks for the signaling role they play in stock ecology. They play the stock market. Go forward. Come on, get going. There seems to be some tolerance to the creature scampering by the stalks. They only warn the creature when it cuts too deeply. More bubble-producing stalks, are they sentries designed for early warnings, or the last-ditch defenses of a colony's core? East and west are stalks as far as the eye can see. They fade off into the silt like towers of a miniature city. Go forward. Get whatever that is. Get more of it. Grab it. There we go. This isn't a forest, but carries the atmosphere of one, being immersed in an interlocking natural process of life and death. Not gonna be so dramatic there. I feel like I want to go up that way. Spores from the stalk seem to be massing in large clumps. Might be a good place to sample from them. There we go. Data gathered. I'm naming these stalk scrappers for obvious reasons. Check my notes back at base. That is not helping me with that at all. Come on. There we go. Ah, Jesus. Oh, I already have it circled. Alright, what are these guys? Now you I can actually consume, right? Yeah. Get some more power up and running. Come back here, guys. I can pursue certain spores, but ignore others completely. The relationship between these creatures and stalks is unclear, but camouflage themselves among the amber colonies. See if I can't pick up anything. It doesn't look like it. Now I could go north. I also want to go this way. That's it, we're through. This place is overwhelming. So many new species. This central reef, saw it on Minet's maps, the shelf flattens out here. Well, if that's where it wants me to go, then we clearly know where we have to go. Go forward. an intriguing, if very slow, game. It is definitely about exploration, looking around, and reading up on all these things from the xenobiologist's perspective. Last line of thick stocks for the steady plains of the Central Reef. What the hell's that? Oh, we're already selling. Impassable. Or is it? Rippling slit. Ripples of the slit bounce. Silt. I keep wanting to say slit. Silt. Bounce through the sunlight back up. Water giving it a golden glow. Water beneath this outcrop feels cool, oceanic. Soft currents scrape the sand from the rock face. Let's go this way to see if I can't, like, go back down and make a little bit of a loop. Because that's where it wants me to go. It wants me to go north. I don't want to go north yet. Set a smooth stone set in a pile together. Is this a nest? Well, let's find out. Let's poke it. Nothing I love more than poking weird shit. Note a smaller spotted variance of these creatures. Another species? Perhaps sexual dimorphism. These might be males. Yeah, it is very slow, Soul Glove. I'm into it. But, But yeah, there's not really too much happening here. The central reef is flat and sandy with a few rocks to attach stalks, seeds struck in the waters. To attach to the stalks, with a few rocks to attach to, the stalks struggle to see these waters. I can talk. That's a structure. That's the way station, okay. Okay, we got some music going. Way station set up by Mine Nomura. Seen better days, but can still function beneath the coating of the stocks. Well, let's head there. I do like the music when it does play. Place to look a little worse for wear. Let me see if I can find an access port. And I never did take care of her equipment. Some things never change. Sorry. Give me a second. I'm just trying to... Got it. Okay, we should be able to access any data stored here. Just open up a terminal and take a look. Power. Oxygen. Map data. Logs have been cleared. I expected that, given the secrecy Minay seems to be operating under. But the map data mentions something Minay calls the Bloom, out across the Northern Rift. She's been going back and forth to something there, studying it, a unique species perhaps. Minay, what were you doing here? Why were you keeping this discovery from the world? From me? Talking to myself again, or to whatever you are. Sorry, I don't mean... Let's head back to the research base and you think, no, that's fine, I'll just walk your ass off a cliff. It's gonna be okay. This way station operational, we can call on the base's retrieval drone from the utility panel. This drone will be able to pick us up from any areas we got map data for. Let's head to the base. I've got a lot to figure out. Fast travel. Large smooth pebbles. Pale, unmoving north, seen yawning chasm and strong currents of wide rift. Stalk is leaking spores from its wide slit in its side. They're carried across soft sand, currents coming from the east reef. Okay. Request retrieval. Come get my ass. Hmm. No, I'm not back online. Sarcasm. Cute. Hooking up that strange casing of yours to the base took some work. And the OS here doesn't play nicely with whatever you are. But you should have access to the select subsystems of the stack now. Renee looks to have repurposed some of them, so not everything is functional. Comms are shot, generator is only partially working, and one of the retrieval drones is missing. But I booted up the drive bays, mapping systems, and sample storage. The lab is also online, with analysis tools and integrated taxonomy for logging creatures. Take a look. I've already logged the creatures in our discovery in the last dive. For any logged creatures, I'll also put sample requests into taxonomy entries. To fill these requests, just find and transfer the necessary samples into the lab, and then put them... I can use the data to add to creatures we study. I need to rescue species. I totally skipped past what the last few words were. Head down to the lab level and take a look. I'll also mark the sample request on the drive map. That way we can grab key samples from our studies while we're out in the ocean. We're going to back out soon. When you were offline, I spotted a signal, suit transponder. You can see its location on the dive map, and I want to find it. Suit transponder means a suit, and a suit means Monet. I'll need your help. That suit takes us both to pilot it, and you're the only one I got. Once you're done exploring the base, load into the drive map. We can head out from there. Dive map, rather. Alright. Have to forgive me, this is a lot of reading. Also, I just noticed her dialogue was completely obscured in my head. There's no real good place to cramp my camera. The muted music is on me. Personal log, 2261, Dr. Ellery Voss. Renee is gone, and she's left behind one hell of a mess. Space is falling apart, cannibalized to build the way stations out in the ocean. Communications array sliced away, life support failing. Where did she even command this research base from? There's no way Bakal would have supplied it willingly after what she did to him. What did she call me out here to do? To witness her disappearance? Or did she simply want me to encounter, as she did, the impossible life of this ocean? How could it have gone ignored for hundreds of years of exploration and conquest? There are too many questions to even begin. All I can do is keep an account of what happens here. Someone else might. So if I can't answer these questions, someone else might. It'll be weeks, maybe months, until our next ship passes close enough to pick up my shuttle transponder. Until then, I'm alone. The place is unbelievably important to her, our first contact of life beyond Earth. But something else is happening here, too. I need to know what. Let's put those in there. We'll keep one. Run it in the lab. Hey there, Dr. Yuga. How you doing? Taxidermy entry updated. Excellent. Good. Hyped for what there, Dr. Hugo? Anamilla Novi. Oh my god, I'm not reading all this. I appreciate that there is so much dialogue in this game, but my voice has already started to give out, and we're only an hour into the stream. I hope the project works out for you. It's always nice to get a new project going. Alright, I need to take something to drink here. Like I said, I appreciate how well thought out the descriptions of these things are, but I'm not going to sit here and read for that long. Sorry, not allowed anyways. Running at 34% efficiency, huh? Well, at least it's running. Alright, back out. Dive map. Okay, here's the ocean. Here we go. So we need to get here. Okay. No, that sounds good. That sounds good, Dr. Hugo. I'm glad that it's taken off. Looks like a web radio station. Are you, like, heading up the project, or... Excuse me. Are you heading up the project, or are you just working on it? Like, what's your role in it? You're heading the project and webcasting almost every day. Awesome. Good to hear, Dr. Hugo. And hey there, Cook for Tacos. How you doing? Trying to get new casters involved. Well, it's a worthy goal. I wish you the best of luck. I'm doing good, guys. I'm doing good. Playing in other waters right now. It is an interesting, albeit exceedingly slow-paced game. I've actually kind of dozed off twice, though, already playing it. Or possibly even more. Nothing long, but just kind of one of those. And then you snap back up. Looks like Monet had salvaged parts of the base to build what she needed to survive. Must have been many months before I arrived. Lasagna does sound pretty good right now, not gonna lie. Ruined equipment lies in the shelter of 2 boulders. Early way station site, perhaps. Western side of the finger becomes increasingly enclosed by rocky outcrops as it leads towards shallower water. Across the open sand, I can see faint shapes of stalk colonies. Now, I know I'm supposed to be going to the east. But when did I ever do what a game wants me to? It is an underwater exploration game where you're an AI there, Dr. Hugo. You're actually piloting the suit the scientist is in. So you can only see things that's like raw data. But I'm supposed to be underwater piloting the suit for the person inside of me right now. Another stock forest. Don't tell me what I can't do. These stalks bulge out from the bases, forming random pulsing growths that look distorted. Keep half expected to like explode next to me. Sampling available. Hold on. I'm real upset if it forces me to go way down this way, only to dead end me. I thought this would be like a quick little jaunt to explore a new area, like a side thing, but it just keeps going, and I know I'm supposed to be going east. Let's go that way. Small clearing between avenues of stalks. Well, okay. Yep, no. That makes sense still. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh, look at that little guy go. Come here, buddy. Alright, we got the full catalog of that new species there. I was wondering about that. Call them spore catchers. That's the little fast bastards. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to take them and improve how fast I move. We'll see. Sampling. Sure, what do we got? That's new. Clouded shell. Okay. I can get behind it. Let's go this way. Should be some samples here. And some more of that. Shit. Let's throw you here. Ah, it keeps going. Oh, shit. Now that blew up. Let's get some samples. We're fortunately in a suit. Toxic microbial colony found inside bloat stock. So yeah, that. Oh shit! It's actually actively killing my oxygen. Let's get out of here so we can breathe. I don't know if the game can actively kill you. I'm willing to bet. I think I read in the description that there's no death in this. So what probably happens is there's like an emergency. Oh god, you're about to run out of O2 and it takes you back to the base. If you've noticed, I've stopped reading every single thing in the game. Alright, reef bloat. New data. It just keeps going. I feel like I should have followed where the game went. Okay, that's down. I don't want to go down. From here on out, we'll get back to the way station, and we'll follow where the game actually wants us to go. Because I don't get the feeling this game actually rewards exploration. I think it punishes it. I get the distinct feeling we will come back here eventually. And that I am just wasting a lot of time by doing this. And yes, I'm aware this is not the direction I came back from. It's one of those, we're here, so we might as well take a look at it. But the cave, I'm not going down anytime soon. And I think that might be Subnautica talking to me. Because anything like cave-like in Subnautica is almost always terrifying. There we go. Okay, yeah, well, if there's something glittery in that hole, let's go find out and get my arm bitten off. It's gonna be great. So let's take a look at this sample here. What do we got? That's new. Striped egg. Okay. We have reached the extent of where we're going this way, so. Come on. No, one of those quick micro doses. Oh, I think I'm actively floating. There we go. The webcam is actively just floating into nothing. Get sampled. More samples. Have I been that way? I think I have. We should be getting back to, yeah. Back to civilization proper, as it were. The hell do I need to go? Up, maybe? Or north, I should say. There we go. Running a bit low. Excuse me, a bit low on power. We are full. No more. Okay, I can't use those for power like I thought I could. Keep on going. Alright. I'm gonna mute this real quick. Sorry, the non-stop talking for an hour straight as I was reading dialogue that has really dried out my voice. Let's head back to the station real quick, drop off what we got. Let's go to medical, run some stuff up in, or not medical, no, not that. There we go. There we go, sample storage, that's what I was looking for. I'm gonna keep one of those. Reef bloat updated. Let's just update all of it. Music's good. The music's very chill. Random theories about what's going on here. Okay, about the animal stuff. Not what's going on here, but like why it does what it does is what this does. Alright. So I did absolutely go out that far. That's good to know. So we're going to be going this way. I am still of the mind. Sample requests. Yeah, we already did those, right? Maybe I didn't. I'm of the mindset that this game is going to, like, you're going to have to go here to find the propulsion, that lets you go over here to find something which is going to let you go over here, and so on and so forth as the game more and more unlocks. That seems to be what the gameplay loop is. At the very least, let's get to this propulsion thing here. Or whatever that dive suit there is. Let's go there, and then we'll reevaluate if we keep playing. That's not to say I'm not going to play this in my own time. I will definitely finish this game. I just don't know if I'll finish it on stream. Because it requires a little too much reading for my tastes, and my throat just dies very quickly. Well, since I know that this here is going to kind of terminate in a dead end, let's go ahead and just mark it off to have it. Bare boulders, calm waters. Let's go to calm waters. You know, I said that the game was just going to terminate up here, but then it started spreading out again. I might have to turn around. We'll see. Okay, there's the circle. There's the loop. Northern Rift. Yeah, it's straight up saying you're not going this way. Impressive. The split in the shelf is incredibly wide and deep. The current just smashes up against rocks if we swam out against the flow. We're going to need better equipment if we want to cross that monster. You can see the spores going across. Vector blocked. Let's continue going this way, see where it takes us. Protected pass, huh? Northern edge. I'm willing to bet this also just terminates into a dead end here. Looks like it does. I guess I could be reading. Do you think we ever understand cycles of the ocean? No. Perhaps you're right. What can we hope to understand with time we have? That's why I'm saying I don't. I'm forgetting to read stuff out loud. I should have been reading that out loud. My apologies. We got glittering stock there. Split gullies there. Let's go to this glittering stock. Looks like there's some stuff to pick up here. Get sampled. Let's go up that way. Make our way east to the source of the transponder signal. I agree. I don't expect the transponder's where Monet is. There's some history between us, but I haven't seen her in years. Not since... Look, you don't need to worry about it. Let's just find her. Let's go narrow gully. Huh. Well, that area is definitely kind of blocked off. Strong current. Even if we clear them, the current still blocks our passage. Okay, so we're not going. We're just not going that way. There, look. Cave entrance. Cut into the side of the rift. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go through the rift. Maybe under it. Rift edge. We'll take a look at that first, but we'll definitely go into the hidden shelf. But first, right... Oh, well. Vector blocked. Fair enough. Down it is. We'll dive from 20 meters, I believe, to 25. 28. Got a curving passage. Unnatural cave. And some more of those mushrooms. Stalks seem to get down here. Perhaps they're less reliant on sunlight than I initially thought. What formed these hollowed caverns with their strange undulating walls? We're inside like a giant fungus, aren't we? Wonder how the stalks survive without sunlight. Maybe they're fed from the forest above? What do you think? No. It's true, we've seen no root system, but I don't think that eliminates the possibility. Well, don't ask me a question if you don't like the answer. Let's get some samples while we're here. Okay, more of those. That's fair. Let's keep going forward. This is going to narrow out. Got some more samples we're standing on. Alright, what are these? Oh, shit. I don't know what just happened. But it used it. I didn't mean to actually use it. You weren't supposed to use it. Oh, well. Oh, well. We'll definitely keep one of them. Yeah, we're gonna have to clear our way through that. Open cavern. Let's keep going. Broken pillar. Broken natural cavern pillar, not like columns or anything. Not like man-made or alien-made columns. Natural pillars, I guess. Pulsing growth. Sporing stalk. Domed stalks pumping out clouds of short-lived spores. Start logging information on me. Yeah, sounds good. Log that information. Yeah, we'll take a sample. What are these things? Clump of spores. Alright. Fair enough. Unlike other stalk spores which survive and settle, these spores in these stalks dissolve moments after they're released. Weird. Spoiling stalk. Pulsing growth. Glittering stock, alright. Well, I guess we'll go here first, see what happens. Can I, like, blow those up, maybe? Doesn't really do anything. We are currently full. Alright. Oh, shit. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to come this way first. Yeah, can't stop their flow yet. There'll probably be something that I can kind of push to cover. Let's take a look. Let's find out. Huh. There's that thing again. I start like dozing off real quick. Hey, so is there an ultimate goal? To find out what's going on this planet. That's the ultimate goal of the game. There's so left to explore and learn about what the planet is. Trying to like force myself to sit up to keep from dozing off. It's not that the game is, I mean, it's slow. It's very slow. There's some cool shit going on, but it's not a good streaming game. For damn sure. At least I am not a good streamer for this game. I can tell you that. I'm definitely intrigued by what's going on. I want to learn more about it. So I can get some puzzle solving going on. Stalks slow the currents, perhaps to roll the colonies, to control the flow of water. Definitive correlation between struggling stalk colonies and the supporting stalks. Are they helping these colonies? Let's get some more samples. All right. Water from North runs hard and fast. Can't quite do that yet, but we might be able to. Yeah, that didn't quite do anything for me, did it? Look out on the rift. Retracted stalk. Oh, right there. Okay. So if I were to, say, do that. There we go. That slows down the current far enough to where I can actively go out into the rift. There we go. Yeah, the planet absolutely has a lot of water. I do believe that you have it figured out there, Soul Glove. There's a lot of water on this planet. You definitely have it figured out. We're across. Thank you, stocks. Oh. And thanks to you, too. Bear passage. We gotta be coming close to that suit, right? There's gotta be something. There's gotta be like an ascendancy up here. Yeah, cave mouth. Going back up. Huh. Stalk canopy. Twist again on a huge canopy. Pulsating pores across the open surface. Alright, yeah, let's start logging them, for sure. Bright petals. Bright white petals pretty photosynthetic plants. Okay, definitely get those too. Okay, got another way station up here. Let's wipe that out real quick. Let's go this way now. Take a closer look at what we got over there. Let's get a sample of that thing. I don't know what bright pollen does. But I do know that we have canopy roots. Bright petals. Stalk canopy. Let's bust that open. Find out what's down here. Hey, Beeps Ghost, how you doing? What's going on? What kind of game are we playing today? We are playing a game called In Other Waters. You play as an AI helping to guide this xenobiologist on this planet, this underwater alien planet. Very slow, but interesting. But I am not going to be streaming it for much longer. I'm probably going to be rolling something else here soon. I will be playing this one on my own time. There's just too much dialogue in it, and it's killing my voice to read it all. If you notice, I've actually just stopped reading the dialogue. And I've actively dozed off a couple times playing it, because the music's just very chill, and it's very lo-fi, and you can just see me kind of do that kind of thing. And I'm running the risk of falling asleep on stream, which is something no streamer ever wants happen. Name these plants Shimmering Blooms for the way they catch sunlight. Sounds good. Get sampled. Okay, now, it clearly wants me... Let's go back this way. Let's try to cram up here real quick. How have you been doing, by the way? Doing well, I trust, in these exceedingly interesting times, as I like to keep saying. Strong current. Okay, so we're not necessarily going back that way yet. At least I don't think we are. Yeah, not yet. There's a little critter up there. Table stock. Well, that's new. Okay, can't really like crack those open. Oh, it fills up your power real nice. Let's go to this way station here. No, understandable. Just make sure that you yourself don't get overwhelmed, especially if you're having to rely on a whole bunch of, especially if other family members are like relying on you. Understand that sometimes you just have to take a break for yourself. Because you don't do anyone any good if you're too stressed out. Is that another way station I had? Well, they must have built them all across the reef. So this has to be where that thing's at, right? Scattered shadows, the golden canopies, knee-deep shimmering petals. Shots. This way station sits silent. So we can travel here now, too. So that's good. Okay, open up a terminal and see what data we can scrap from this place. That's the wrong one. This is what I meant to do. Let's get that map data. And then we'll go back to the base and analyze what we've learned. Locke suggests Monet was using this as some kind of staging ground for expeditions over the drop-off. She was looking for something out in the ocean. Something deep from the descent she's logged here. Monet doesn't do things at random. The way stations, the research base, is calculated. I feel like we're already 10 steps behind her and we've barely even started. Let's get to her suit transponder. That isn't far from here. So let's go to that. If we head straight north onto the Chelsea edge, it should be there. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Let's go this way. Let's see what we get if we go this way. I think I see the wreckage of whatever that might be up there, by the way. Another strong current, so I'm not going to actively be going down that way just yet. So let's go here. That looks like it to me. That looks man-made. There's that thing again. Here we go. Monet's suit. Open, empty, half sunk in the sand. Why would she leave it here? And more importantly, where did she go? It's definitely Monet's suit, but no Monet. But she surely isn't. Okay, let's not jump to conclusions. I want to take a look at this. It can't have been here long. Most of it's still in good condition, but how did it get out here? There's no evidence of injury. Malfunction, perhaps? What do you think? No. No, you're right. Then she left on a purpose. Abandoned it. Did she intend us to find it? Monet, what did you get yourself into here? It's better equipped than our suit. The seals have started decaying. What's this? Monet has rigged up some kind of custom propulsion system, probably to deal with the currents. We can use this. We need a power source, and it won't run off the suit's systems. Seems like she fashioned some kind of microbial fuel cell. Microbial fuel cell. I can read. We need to use it to recreate that if we want to use it here. Okay, let's get this back to base so I can take a better look. Monet, you better not have done something stupid. And then come out all the way here to bury you. Alright. Let's go. Call for drone pickup. Come get my ass, take me back to base. Okay. Monet's suit opened the ocean empty. What has she done? Trying hard to reconcile Monet once knew with the evidence in front of me. When I met her on Kepler oh shit, she's talking to me. You up there? I need to update you. I spent the past few hours working on Monet's suit. Bad news, the majority of it's unusable. Apart from the propulsion system Monet pulled together, but we're going to need a power source. Monet's suit logs mention her building a fuel cell using microbes from the Western Reef. But they don't say much else. She's been incredibly secretive when she was here. Covering her tracks across the reef as if someone was watching. Or she's just... I don't know. The Monet I knew is tricky, complicated, but it's not paranoid. Either way, if we want to recreate a propulsion system, we need those microbes. When you're ready, let's head to the Western Stock Forest, see what we can find. Which would be where we were going earlier when I realized the game just punishes exploration. You want to kind of follow how it goes. Because it's going to make me go out that far, and then just nothing, and then I'm going to have to go back that far again. Anyways, back to where I was, entry 2. When I met her on Kepler 62F, she was intense and quiet, but calculated, intelligent. She wasn't someone to take unnecessary risks and to leap into the unknown. First, I found her impossibly intimidating. Her experience working as a biologist far outstripped my own. But Cal brought me to Facade as a consultant to examine her discoveries, but I felt like I was the one under examination. The base is much like this one, smaller, older model, sunk in the subglacial ocean. Some might think the relationship was inevitable given those intimate conditions, but it was the base that brought me to her. It was that intensity. It was not the base that brought me to her. Or the fears I had tried not to dwell on what happened on Kepler 62F, but being down here, living where she lived, following her scattered steps, it's impossible not to remember. This game, yeah, I understand. You would also think exploration in this game is encouraged, and that sometimes going off the beaten path, you'll find some extra stuff. But I was going like way off in one direction when I realized suddenly they're just going to force me to go back this way, so I might as well go the way the game wants me to, and then go back that way, than doubling over my tracks over and over again. So I guess it depends on how you look at it. It's like, yeah, there's a couple paths you can go out the gate, but unless you go on the main path, you're just kind of wasting your time. In my opinion, that could change as we go on through the game. Sample some stuff here. I can see the human walking around. That's Evie. Ellery Vaz. Just moving around, doing her thing. And this is cool, but I'm not going to read all these out loud. I'll be here forever. I'll read them on my own time later. Alright, with that, I think we're gonna stop streaming this game. I do like it. Don't think that I'm down on it. I am definitely digging it, but I am already tired to begin with, and with the music and the limited interface and the very slow pace of the game, it is quite literally putting me to sleep as I am streaming, and I want to stress, it is not a negative. I'm actually liking what I'm seeing here. I want to go into it refreshed, reading everything on my own time. This is not a game that's good for streaming because it's just nothing but dialogue, text dialogue of that, and my throat is already fried from talking so much to begin with. So, we're going to go ahead and call this game here. I do like it. Once again, I do like it. I'm not saying that it's a bad game. It is clearly not for everyone. This is, for the most part, what seems to be kind of like a text-based equivalent of a walking simulator. So if you don't like those games where your hand is kind of held and it just leads you through a story, so think like Gone Home, Firewatch, Dear Esther, Everyone's Gone to the Rapture, things like that. If you don't like that style of game, I don't think you're going to enjoy that here. But if you do like those styles of games, there might be something here for you. I'm definitely intrigued by the world that was created here. I want to learn more about this weird ecosystem that's going on just from a weird scientific standpoint. I want to dive deeper into that. But as I said, it is written in a very science-heavy manner. It is very dry. And there's definitely a little bit of a mystery going off what happened to your former lover as you're trying to track down why she was keeping this planet hidden from other people. But the hooks have not really appeared yet. And I don't think that this is necessarily going to be a good game for me to continue streaming. But I will finish it up just on my own time. Thank you all for showing up. We're going to go ahead and call the stream now. It's about an hour earlier than we normally do. But that's not really enough time to start something else, and I've kind of hit my limit of streaming this one today. So I will be back again at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time with something. I don't know quite what yet. We'll figure it out. One more final disclosure before we wrap it up. This game is in pre-release. It does not come out until this Friday. And a code was provided for free by PR. So anything they have to say about it, keep that in mind. Keep in mind that I did not pay for this. It was given freely. So it's important to get disclosures out of the gate. But thank you all for showing up to GamePoints Presents In Other Waters. I wish I had more positive things to say about it, and I do like it. I have to stress, I'm definitely into it, but it's not something I am going to play on camera for 6 to 8 hours at a time. My voice would kill me, and my brain would melt down, and you guys would be bored to tears. So my apologies on that. Of course, if you'd like to see here, you know what streamers wants, I'm not going to get into it. Likes, bits, subscribes, follows, etc. I will catch you all next time, but until then, you all have a good day. Try to stay safe out there. I know shit's really weird at the moment, worldwide. Kind of unprecedented, but hey. For the most part, we're going to pull through it. I'll see you on the other side. Y'all have a good one. God damn, I do love the soundtrack though, but it's putting me to sleep. And of course, yeah, I kill the music. I kill the music. Let's do that.